Location Atlas. Councilman 1, we must take action. What if the events in Vale were to happen here too? Councilman 2, we must pull back our fleet into our borders. Ironwood, that is why I ordered the dust embargo, so no one else, especially the White Fawn, will be given another opportunity to topple another kingdom. Councilman 3, what of the information about this new army that suddenly appeared? Councilman 1, yes, we must make a trade agreement with them. Ironwood, they won't listen, especially if it coming from us. Councilman 4, what do you mean by that, General? Ironwood, I have personally spoke with their Supreme Commander. They don't have the highest opinion of us. Councilman 1 beginning to be angry. Councilman 1, and what do you mean by that? Ironwood, in their words, we are nothing but an elitist industrial capitalist kingdom who uses its power and influence and wealth to bend others to our bidding. Councilman 2, why the nerve? We are just trying to be the best. Councilman 1, that is preposterous. If they don't wish to share their technology or weapons, we will take it from them. Ironwood, I don't think that's a good idea, Councilman. Councilman 1, it doesn't matter if you hold 2 seats on the council. We have already voted to take this invading force down and take everything they have to offer. Someone entered the meeting room. Councilman 4, who dares interrupt this session? Soldier, I am sorry, sirs, but please listen to the news. Valeron City has declared independence after they were abandoned by Atlas during the Heroes' Last Stand and renamed themselves Django City under the protection of the Republic. Meanwhile, Beniter Redeemer. Amber undergoing rehabilitation. Gregor, just tell me if you need anything. Amber, thank you, Gregor, but I'm still trying to walk again. Ashbin enters the room. Ashbin, Miss Autumn, good to see you recovering well. Amber, Headmaster, it's nice to see everyone is okay. Gregor has something to tell you. Gregor took the letter and walked Ashbin out of the room. Gregor, Ashbin, someone deliberately set up Amber to be ambushed. Ashbin, how can you tell? Gregor hands Ashbin 2 letters. Gregor, can you see the difference between these 2 letters? Ashbin checks them both and saw something strange. The first letter was his, the second, he doesn't remember sending it. Gregor, it appears someone tried to imitate your handwriting to lure Amber out. Ashbin, shocked to see this thought only a few people knew of Amber's existence. Ashbin, I need to call in a meeting. Thank you again, Sir Gregor. Ashbin left and Gregor returned to Amber. Amber, is everything all right? Gregor, yeah, it seems like the circle has a lot on its plate right now. Amber, Gregor, thank you again for being with me. It's been so long since I had human contact. Gregor, well, I just did what I thought was right. Amber just kissed Gregor on the cheek. Amber, still thank you for being there for me when I had no one. Gregor, no thank you for giving me another reason to live. They kissed again. Bridge of the Redeemer. Jaune, we need to reinforce the wall so we can rebuild the city without worrying about the Grimm. Cody, understood. I'll have 212th protect the workers while they rebuild the defenses. Jaune, when you guys left the outposts, did you leave a contingent of your men behind? Vaughn, yes, we trained the new recruits and have half of them deploy as garrisons of their respected cities. Wolf, and we took half of the recruits with us at the defense of Vale. Jaune, alright, how is Beacon's repairs coming along? Rex, the engineers are progressing a lot faster with our advanced tech. Jaune, understood. How is communications? Is the virus in the CCT removed? Tech, yes sir, we have removed and studied the malware. We're now cross-referencing with all known criminal databases on who's responsible. We'll have an answer shortly. Jaune, good. And how is the temporary facilities for the Beacon students and the stranded transfer students? Admiral Killian, with all due respect sir, this ship is not a nursery, but I understand with all the damages sustained in the city. This is the only place that refugees and the students can stay at for the moment. Jaune, I am sorry Admiral, but I can't let these people just wander around in the streets, after all the events here. Killian, I understand sir, it's just so stressful with all the coordination and accommodations. We have yet to rest. Jaune, understood. Alright, I'll make an announcement. To this who fought in the defense, you'll have a 6-day relief to rest and recuperate. That includes you Admiral. And to those who didn't see action, you'll relieve the exhausted men for now. Until then, continue with your orders. The men of the Republic finally got a reprieve. Tech, sir, we have found a match on who created the virus. Jaune, and? Tech, it appears to be a disgraced Atlas scientists. Crosshair, figures it has to be Atlas. They're the only ones on this dirt ball who has advanced tech to produce such a thing. Jaune, any known acquaintances? Tech, that's the problem, none whatsoever. Jaune, Thorn, how is the interrogation of Mercury and Emerald? Thorn, well, Mercury isn't so easily broken. Hunter, Will, we're talking about an assassin here. Jaune, an Emerald? Thorn, she easily caved in, especially finding out that the person she admired easily there her away. Jaune, did your instruments picked up any deceit? Thorn, none sir, and with text data on her semblance we would have known if she was casting an illusion. Jaune, understood. Offer her a deal and maybe we can add her to Roman's crew. Thorn, yes sir. Jaune, how is the search for Cinder in the underworld? Roman. The screen showed Roman at Junior's undergoing repairs. Roman, nothing as of yet, but if my gut tells me something, she might be running away to her allies at Haven. Jaune, thanks Roman, keep me posted. Roman, sure thing boss man. Ashbin and Crow enters the command deck. Ashbin, I hope I'm not interrupting. Jaune, no, you're welcome to this strategy meeting. Crow, it seems you boys haven't even slept at all. Jaune, believe me Crow, we'd had worse days than this. So Ashbin, is there a problem? Ashbin, yes, it appears someone is feeding our enemies intel. Ashbin hands Jaune the letters. Ashbin, only my circle knew of Amber's involvement and this letter was handed to her by Leonardo. I fear there's a traitor in our midst. Jaune, judging by my intel she has allies in Haven. Ashbin, you don't think Leonardo is the traitor? Jaune, well, you and Crow didn't send the letter. Glinda is out of the question because she's too busy overseeing Beacon and Ironwood is too concerned with Atlas' safety. Only Lionheart had access to the letter. Ashbin, why would he even betray us? Crow, you know why else he's afraid of her. Jaune, I'll be going to Haven after we have everything set her in Vale. You're free to join me, Crow. Crow, now you're talking. Jaune, have Django City and Cheyenne reinforce their position and have base camp. Thorn, sir, we haven't reported yet, with the influx of villages under attack by the Grimm who escaped Vale. We took in a lot of refugees that we had to expand into a city. We have yet to name it and we're giving you the honors of naming it. Jaune, I have already named one of the cities in name of my father, so the only one left is my teacher. Have the city named Skywalker City. Thorn, very good, sir. Crow, you move fast for a kid, you already have cities under your watch already. Jaune, well, we're trying to colonize this place and start a relationship with the Senate. Of course we're building cities. Crow, I have a feeling like my nieces would join you on your way to Haven. Jaune, that is all advised, our enemies are ruthless. I don't believe bringing inexperienced teenagers into this will help our situation. Ashbin, you do know that even if you say no they'll find a way to follow you. Jaune, sigh.